So I had to make a little detour. I took a side road off of the road to Mita. Here is the dinh. A dinh is the communal house of a village named Thuan. This dinh has been reconstructed along the generally original lines. You see on the inside here you have a lot of beams. This beam construction is very popular all over Vietnam. These columns used to have been made with a kind of wood called ironwood, very, very hard wood. Very rare now, hard to find. But what's interesting about this dinh in particular is that it's located on a much more ancient site. Actually, we're standing on a hill. This is a small sand hill. Sand hills in the south of Vietnam are called Go. Go, I believe, translates directly from the Khmer word for the same kind of sandhill forms. And it was on these sand hills that Khmer and even pre-Khmer, or Ok Eo period from about the 2nd century BC to about the 4th century CE, these towns were founded on these hills because they were about 1 meter to 1.5 meters above sea level. So in times of flood, these areas were less likely to flood. And here you see a small shrine. On the shrine you see a little man there. His name, one of them is Om Dia and Om Tan Thai, and these are deities. These are sort of earth spirits. They are found throughout the Mekong Delta and other parts of Vietnam. Om Dia, Om Thai are generally revered by people in the Mekong Delta. It's believed that they descended from older Khmer deities, Hindu deities. And what we're looking at right here are the foundations that were excavated in 1990 of an ancient Ok Eo site called Gatan. And these are the building foundations that have been excavated here and had some additional work done on top to present them. This area right here is the remains of an altar and a stone column. And what's interesting about these is that you find very similar columns today at Angkor Wat, one of the most incredible temples built in Southeast Asia. It's located up the Mekong River, northwest of Phnom Penh. And this style of carving indicates that Ok Eo was a pre-Khmer civilization located throughout the Mekong Delta, also known as Funan, or Fertile South, by the Chinese, who recorded visits to this area in the 3rd century. So this is an old site, ancient site, and it also, I think, suggests, when you look at the dinh over here in the background, as well as this little shrine here to Om Dia, the earth deity, and Om Tan Thai, the layering, the cultural layering of sacred sites. And it doesn't even stop really with the Vietnamese. When the French invaded, they built Catholic churches often on the sites of Buddhist monasteries or pagodas that had been razed. It's a very beautiful area, though. Of course, over here you also see a small Buddhist temple, and that is Kwan Am, or Kuan Yin, the Buddhist goddess of mercy.